Money is a tool, freedom, choice, and power. But if you're stuck, don't just blame the system. The real saboteurs are often the people closest to you, family, friends, quietly draining your ambition and bank account. They use guilt, bad advice, and distractions to keep you financially stagnant and dependent. Today, I'll expose 9 subtle ways these silent architects sabotage your wealth so you can break free. Let's get to work. Have you ever opened up about your dreams or shared your ambitions with someone, only to be met with a dismissive, "money isn't everything"? Maybe you were excited about a new business idea, a promotion, or even just wanting to improve your financial situation, but instead of encouragement, you got skepticism or even subtle judgment. It's a common experience, one that can leave you feeling misunderstood or even guilty for wanting more out of life. But let's be clear, that response isn't some profound wisdom. More often than not, it's a shaming tactic designed to keep you in your place. When people say things like this, they're not offering helpful advice, they're projecting their own limitations and fears onto you. They want you to shrink your dreams so they don't have to confront their own lack of ambition or the discomfort of change. They'll try to frame your ambition as greed, as if wanting a better life for yourself and your loved ones is somehow selfish. But the truth is, money isn't just about material things, it's about having choices, security, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. Money can buy you time with your family, the ability to travel, the chance to help others, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. When people get uncomfortable with your drive, it's often because your ambition highlights their own complacency. Your desire to grow and achieve more can make others question their own choices, and instead of facing that discomfort, they try to pull you back down to their level. It's easier for them to criticize you than to challenge themselves. You'll hear stories about people who are supposedly happy with nothing, as if poverty is somehow noble or stress-free. But those stories often ignore the very real anxiety, limitations, and daily struggles that come with not having enough. Financial stress can affect your health, your relationships, and your ability to pursue your passions. It's not greedy to want to escape that. It's human. Don't let their guilt trips or sideways comments make you apologize for wanting more. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your goals, and you certainly don't need to dim your light to make others comfortable. The people who truly care about you will support your growth, not shame you for it. Remember, your desire for security, freedom, and a better future is not only natural, it's healthy. Ambition isn't a dirty word. It's what drives progress, innovation, and positive change. Wanting more for yourself and your family doesn't make you greedy, it makes you responsible and forward-thinking. Don't let the comfort zones of others become the cage that holds you back. Just because someone else is content to settle doesn't mean you have to. Your dreams are yours for a reason, and you have every right to pursue them, no matter what anyone else thinks. So stand tall, own your ambitions, and chase your goals unapologetically. You deserve the life you're working for. Don't let anyone shame you out of it. Have you ever found yourself saying yes to expensive dinners, spontaneous trips, or shopping sprees just because your friends insisted? Sometimes, the pressure to keep up with a certain lifestyle can be overwhelming. You might not even realize it at first, but little by little you start spending money you don't have, all in the name of fitting in. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement. After all, nobody wants to be the odd one out or feel left behind. But when your social life starts draining your bank account, it's time to pause and reflect. Your friends might call it making memories, but sometimes it's just a way to justify reckless spending. When every hangout revolves around splurging, whether it's the latest gadgets, designer clothes, or pricey restaurants, it's not about the memories. It's about normalizing habits that can sabotage your financial well-being. The truth is, some people want you to join in their spending so they feel better about their own choices. It's a subtle form of peer pressure that can leave you with regrets and empty pockets. Real friends, though, are different. They respect your boundaries and your financial goals. They don't make you feel guilty for skipping an expensive night out or for choosing to save instead of spend. In fact, they'll cheer you on when you make smart decisions, and they'll find creative ways to have fun that don't break the bank. True friendship isn't measured by how much you spend together, but by how much you support each other's growth. If you find yourself dreading the next outing because you know it'll hurt your wallet, it's a sign to audit your circle. Are your friends encouraging you to make choices that align with your values, or are they pushing you toward debt and anxiety? Remember, financial stress can take a toll on your mental health and your future plans. Don't sacrifice your long-term security for the fleeting approval of people who may not have your best interests at heart. It's okay to say no, to set boundaries, and to prioritize your own goals. The people who truly care about you will understand and support your choices, even if it means missing out on a few expensive experiences. Your real tribe will celebrate your discipline and creativity. They'll join you for potluck dinners, game nights, or free community events. They'll remind you that the best memories aren't always the most expensive ones. They're the ones filled with laughter, connection, and genuine support. Don't set your financial future on fire just to keep others warm. The short-term thrill of fitting in isn't worth the long-term consequences of debt and regret. Protect your peace of mind and your bank account. The cost of fitting in with the wrong crowd is a future you can't afford. Choose friends who lift you up, not those who drag you down financially. Your future self will thank you. When you start saying no and setting boundaries, some people react with guilt trips. Suddenly you're selfish or no fun, but really you've just stopped being their safety net. Your boundaries threaten the dynamic where your sacrifice benefited them. Their guilt is manipulation, not concern. Stand firm. Evolving isn't selfish, it's necessary. The right people will respect your growth. Let the complainers reveal themselves. Their departure clears your path to success. There are multipliers, who share knowledge, and takers, who only drain your resources. Takers never offer value. They just want your time, money, and energy. They're allergic to learning, preferring to rely on your hard work. Every dollar or hour you give is stolen from your own future. Break the cycle. Seek relationships with mutual value. Distance yourself from chronic takers. Build a network of people who want to grow with you. Your net worth reflects your network. Choose wisely. Some people romanticize struggle, turning being broke into a badge of honor. They joke about empty bank accounts and celebrate just getting by. This mindset reframes failure as authenticity and discourages ambition. They mock discipline and treat financial irresponsibility as normal. Staying broke isn't noble, it's a trap. Reject the culture of scarcity. Don't aim to be relatable in struggle, aim to be inspiring in success. The struggle is real, but staying in it by choice is a tragedy. As you succeed, some people will label you greedy or obsessed. Your progress threatens their comfort zone and exposes their excuses. They'll minimize your achievements or move the goalposts. Their criticism is about their own fear, not your ambition. Don't let their limited perspective shrink your vision. Keep climbing. Your growth is proof that change is possible. The view from the top is worth it. Don't let the crabs in the bucket pull you back down. Wealth requires focus, but some people thrive on chaos and pull you into their drama. Every hour spent on their crises is an hour stolen from your goals. They want your attention, not your discipline. Drama is the weed that chokes your financial garden. Learn to triage, protect your time and energy. Say no to manufactured emergencies. Your financial future depends on your focus. You can't build an empire if you're always putting out someone else's fires. Some people make your hard work their safety net, never improving their own situation. Occasional help is fine, but constant dependency drains your potential. They praise your responsibility because it benefits them. No matter how much you earn, their needs expand to match. You can't build wealth if you're always plugging their leaks. The solution? Set boundaries and say no. True support inspires growth, not lifelong dependence. Cut the cord, not out of spite, but out of respect for your future. Some relationships are built on you staying small, on you never realizing your true potential, never stepping into your own power. There are people who feel more comfortable when you're struggling, when you're doubting yourself, when you're not reaching for more. They want you to stay exactly where you are because your growth threatens the dynamic they've come to rely on. If you stay broke, if you stay stuck, you'll never outgrow them. And that's exactly what they want. So they can feel superior or in control. It's not always obvious, sometimes it's hidden in backhanded compliments, in subtle digs, in the way they dismiss your ideas or minimize your achievements. They might act like they're helping, but really, they're keeping you in a box that serves their ego. Your struggles make them feel better about their own lives, and your dependence gives them a sense of power. Your stagnation keeps their ego intact. As long as you're not moving forward, they don't have to confront their own limitations or insecurities. They can tell themselves they're ahead, that they're doing better, that they're the ones with the answers. It's a comfort zone for them, but a cage for you. The moment you succeed, their power over you disappears. When you start to break free, to believe in yourself, to chase your dreams, you disrupt the balance they've depended on. Suddenly, they can't control you with their opinions or keep you small with their doubts. Your success is a mirror that forces them to see what they've been avoiding in themselves. That's why they subtly sabotage your progress. It might be discouraging words or friendly advice that steers you away from opportunities. Sometimes it's just a lack of support when you need it most. They want you to question yourself, to hesitate, to stay dependent on their approval. They don't want you to fail. At least, not in a way that would make them look bad. What they really want is for you to never outgrow them, to never reach a place where you no longer need their validation or permission. They want you to stay within the limits they've set for you, because it keeps them comfortable. They just want you to never outshine them, to never make them feel left behind. Your growth can trigger their insecurities, and instead of cheering you on, they might try to hold you back, sometimes without even realizing it. The only escape is to succeed so completely that their influence fades into the background. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, to risk their disapproval, to choose your own path even if it means walking alone for a while. True freedom comes when you stop letting their comfort dictate your choices. Be willing to lose their approval to gain your freedom. It's not easy, but it's necessary. The people who truly care about you will celebrate your growth, not fear it. The rest, let them go. Your future is too important to be held back by someone else's limitations. Your potential is worth more than their comfort. Don't let anyone convince you to play small just so they can feel big. You owe it to yourself to grow, to thrive, and to become everything you're capable of being, no matter who you leave behind. You've seen the 9 ways people keep you broke. It's not about excuses, it's about awareness. Audit your circle. Are they assets or liabilities? Stop lighting yourself on fire to keep others warm. The path to wealth is lonely and requires tough choices. You can have their approval or your freedom, not both. Look at your bank account, that's the truth. Now go do something about it. Stop being a sheep, be a shark.